Hey everyone, welcome to episode 4 of Chat with the Fans. Today we're going to go and speak to a fan from India. So, India has just qualified top of the table and are heading into the semis. So, let's see who they think is going to win the World Cup this time. So, whenever someone says Indian cricket fan, it's synonymous with one person, Sudhir Gautam. Unfortunately, we couldn't get him on the show because we don't have people who are that ripped on the show in general, and also we don't have budget for that much paint. But we tried to get someone who was close to him, so let's go and see um, what they think about India's chances this World Cup and who they are backing to win the World Cup this time. Let's go. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. Just to start off, we have a simple question. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup this time around? Well, thank you so much for calling me on the show. I was actually supposed to be in the Rajya Sabha today, but thanks to your interview, I can maintain my attendance percentage at 100 minus the number of hundreds that I have. And to answer your question, I genuinely think that India have a great shot this time at the World Cup. You know, they have a great balance in their team. Virat is leading amazingly from the front. We have Dhoni in there who can calm him down and keep him under control. But at the same time, you know, we had those kind of people back in the 2003 squad as well with me and Ganguly and Dravid and Lakshman. But yeah, I think this team has a great balance. It has good all rounders like Pandya and great bowlers like Bumrah, who learned from the best at Mumbai Indians. And I think you know who I mean by the best. So you guys obviously won the World Cup in 2011, and certain players from that bunch are still around, like Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni, and stuff. Um, so how important is this World Cup win going to be for India and Indian cricket? Well, yeah, that's a great question. I honestly think that this World Cup is just as important as the 2011 World Cup. It's going to be a huge moment for all the 1 billion fans out here rooting for Team India. Um, and if I have to speak on a personal note, I remember that during the 2011 World Cup time, we had a commercial actually that in which there was an advertisement where I gave the voiceover saying, "Well, I was only 10 years old when I knew what it was like to bring the World Cup home. Hope we bring it home this time." So, for a new generation of Indians, it's the same feeling right now. Like Arjun might be feeling the same thing right now, and so it's extremely important that they win this World Cup for the new generation of cricketers that are coming up. I think it's a turning point for Indian cricket, given that, like, for example, when they won the Test series in Australia, there's this resurgence of wanting to be part of the Test side, and so definitely I think that winning the World Cup is always a great feeling, and it is extremely crucial and important that they win the World Cup this time around as well. All our prayers and good wishes are with Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni, Rohit Sharma, Hardik Pandya, and Bumrah. Because apart from them, no one else in the team is really contributing to winning matches. So hopefully they will prove me wrong, but hopefully we will lift the cup one way or the other. So this World Cup, most of the games have been won by the team batting first. So how crucial a role will the toss play moving into the semis and the finals? And what are your thoughts on that? Well, yes, definitely. I agree that the team batting first has won more games up to this point, and that is primarily because of the dryness in the pitch. But moving forward into the semis and finals, I don't think the toss should play a major role, and I say this from experience. And I have probably played more games than you can count, and so it's a high pressure game, it's a knockout game, and all that will matter at the end of the day is who plays better on that day. And so the toss completely goes out of the equation in such a scenario. And if the toss is what is going to determine the result of the game, then we are screwed, because Virat Kohli has a knack of losing tosses for us. But luckily he also has a knack of winning games for us. So fingers crossed about that. And yeah, come on India. So yeah, in the event that you should pick another team apart from India in case India loses in the semis or in the finals, who would you pick to win the World Cup this time? Well, yeah, that's a very interesting question actually. It's been some time since I've got that. But I would say that New Zealand might win the World Cup if not for India. And the reason I say that is that India is the side to beat if you want to win the World Cup this time. And so, if New Zealand manage to beat India, then I think they will beat any other side that comes on the other from the other semi final. And so, yeah, I will definitely be placing my bets on New Zealand if India are not there. But hopefully, that won't be the scenario, and hopefully, India will lift the cup again, and we can all celebrate. It'll be a great day for Indian cricket and Virat Kohli. So, hopefully, we can win the World Cup. So apparently, we have to talk to one other person about this. He's forced his way into the studio and wants to talk about it. We didn't want to interview him, and we didn't want to see his face, but unfortunately, now that he's here, we just have to oblige. And so let's see what he thinks. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? Well, there's no doubt about it in my mind. I mean, India are going to win the World Cup. There's no denying it. They're in some amazing form, and great players, great coach. India look really strong and really competitive. And if I need to put my money where my mouth is, I would say India are going to win the World Cup this time with thrashing England and by 200 runs. India are winning the World Cup. Well, so there we have it. We heard what the little master or the maestro of cricket had to say about who he thinks is going to win the World Cup. We also heard what the unwanted visitor had to say about who's going to win the World Cup. Hopefully, they're both right, and hopefully, we win the World Cup this time around. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be unbiased. But yeah, hopefully, India wins the World Cup this time. Let's see what happens.